Huh? What you say? Oh, let me go live. Hold up. Wait.
I want to go live. What's up, y'all? Mine's up.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Put a little us in it.
Happy
I don't know about nobody.
Monday.
Happy who?
On a Monday.
Hold on. We got the club going
On a Monday.
Hold on. I don't know what's going on.
We live from the poolside today, y'all.
It say no glass in the pool.
ATL vibing. Show is. Make sure this thing got sound though. Like,
I'm trying to find a live.
what do you mean? All you gotta do is push the button.
What button?
What do you mean? What button? You've been using this how many years now?
I don't know.
What are you talking about, girl?
Hold on.
Alright, let me get.
Oh, here we go.
Let me share if I can. Hey y'all, hey.
Alright, let's go. Alright, let's get it.
Okay.
And we're off. I need the bottle.
It seems like the.
I need the bottle.
Oh Lord. Yeah, that doesn't sound too good. I need the bottle. Oh Lord.
Yo, huh? What you say?
What you say?
Huh? What you say?
What you say?
Huh? What you say?
Oh, public mouthpiece. What's up, y'all? What's good? What's
the deal?
Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday. Listen, y'all thought y'all wasn't gonna see us tonight, right?
Right.
Got it.
Fooled you.
Gotcha.
That part.
We are in ATL, y'all. Make some
Yes.
noise for Atlanta. Hey, we sitting poolside, y'all. We had to come out here because, you know, shout out to our family, our loved one, our boo,
Yes.
our sister, cousin, mother, brother, all that.
Yeah, everybody. Shout out to everybody,
Wait a
okay?
minute. No, that's not where I was going with it.
Oh, my bad.
See?
I'm trying to figure my life out
Shout
here.
out to Kaya. Make some
Shout out
noise
to
for
Kaya.
Woo, woo.
Congratulations, Kaya.
Baby,
I'm getting bit by mosquitoes in the water. I don't understand.
Because you terrible.
No.
And the water don't like you.
And this is not working. Hey, y'all. Hey, what's good? Public Mouthpiece is in the building. Hold on. I don't know what is going on my side.
We got a nice lineup. We're not going to be here for a long time, but we here for a short good time today because we on vacation, so we just didn't want to
Yes. We didn't want to leave y'all hanging. Hey, Derek, I see you. What's up, y'all? Hey, y'all. So listen. We want to thank you guys once again, as always, for tuning in to Public Mouthpiece Show.
Hey, make some noise for Public Mouthpiece.
Yes, we out here. We are in Hot Atlanta right now. We are on the poolside, you know what I mean? So we definitely wasn't going to leave you guys hanging. We absolutely was going to still bring you guys something, you know what I mean?
Make sure y'all go like and subscribe, y'all.
Absolutely, please. Because at the end of the day, we're still in the public, right?
That part.
Right. Yeah. So definitely make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button, share it, and all that other wonderful stuff. You know what I'm saying?
_radio podcast.
LAP, we see you, boo. What's good? Miss Brown, we see you, sis. What's good? We see all of y'all, man.
My girl.
Gotta say, we out here with a friend and for a friend from a friend from a friend.
Yeah, y'all, man. It's definitely going down. So
stars in the building.
oh gosh,
Hey,
the bugs.
you know I had to pop my head.
Come on, talk about it. It's all good. So look, man. How was your week? So how was your week, Miss Hayes?
Yes, that's us. Yes. It's been good. You know, had to get the money. Of course, get to the money.
Gotta get to the bags,
Okay.
to the coins.
And then, y'all, we was at Summer Jam.
We went to Summer Jam.
Let's talk about that. Okay.
Yes. So who was on? I don't know who was on. Everybody that was on the lineup. So first, let's share with them who was on.
Let me talk about
the lineup.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Honey Baby was there. Shout out to Honey Baby. She did her
Honey
thing.
Baby.
I'm just a chair. You know you got me sipping. Yeah.
She is
Yes. We can come around making my body speak and touching on me. Touching on me. Hey. Samantha said, stop.
Hey, we just saying.
Shout out to Money Baby. Shout out
So
to
Remy, what's good, boo? Good to see you, mama.
What's good?
Hey, y'all. It's Public Mouthpiece. We out here in Hot Atlanta. Yes.
Short son.
Yeah.
Shake son.
I gotta be a good girl. No Becky Bosoms today, okay?
Yes, Becky Bosoms is out. And then Deannie Dior was out there.
Okay.
Oh, she get thick.
Oh, she getting
thick. Shout out to Deannie Dior. She killed it.
Absolutely. I share this live, definitely. Who else was on Summer Jam?
It was, shout out to Unicorn from North.
Unicorn from North was here, yeah.
Okay, let's make this loud and clear. Jersey's here.
Jersey's here.
You already know the vibes.
Yeah, shout out to Illtown,
Illtown in the building.
For sure.
Brick City in the building.
It was talk about it. Who else was in the building?
Chad B.
Lil Haiti was in the building.
Chad B
Start the building.
was
What
out
up,
there.
y'all? Shout out to Illtown. Shout out to Brick City. Shout out to Lil
Yeah.
Jersey City, Hoboken, all that.
Let's
Like
talk
New York
about
City,
it.
what's up? Like Tri-State, like what's good?
Yes,
And
good.
South Jersey, like we outside.
Girl, say it.
What y'all talking about?
You know.
Okay. And you heard it first, y'all. We at this pool. My baby is right
you
there.
Yeah, she
Right
chilling.
here chilling. Nori's out here.
Yeah, no, he's
Shout out
chilling.
to
Well,
the
congratulations.
broadcast. Hey,
Absolutely.
Ray.
What's up, boo? We got congratulations to Kaya because we definitely showed her some love already. But we know she's having a boy.
The boy with the mysterious name. 'Cause she will
Right.
not
Nobody
reveal
can.
the
Yeah.
name.
Nobody
Okay.
can know the name until the baby
Nobody
get here.
can.
But you know what?
Okay.
I'm
Oh, I
psychic.
know it,
I
man.
can
I
figure
know
it
it.
out.
It start with
I
a
can
K.
at least find. I
I
can
know
at
the
least
name.
figure out the first initial.
I know the name. Watch. It start with a K. Watch.
That's not it.
I know what it is. She said it start with a K. She just said it.
It start with a K.
Cameron,
Nah.
King.
Nah,
Kyrie.
it ain't gonna be King. It ain't gonna be Cameron.
Don't do that on your. Don't guess on your lives like that.
I'ma let it be.
We can't guess her
I'ma let
alive,
it
she
be.
said.
We ain't gonna guess the baby's name. It's all good. But we gonna come back and we gonna know the baby name.
Absolutely.
And we got a good lineup for y'all tonight. You know what I'm saying?
So what we talking about tonight, sis? I know we got a couple things we touched on Summer Jam a little bit. But what's really going on out here nowadays, man? I don't know. Trump blowing stuff up. Y'all talk to me because
I mean,
I was trying to be on vacation and mind my business, y'all, but it don't seem like that was working because then I got a message like, hey, Trump just blew up Israel or whatever. And I'm like,
Bad
what?
boy, come out and
What?
play. Oh, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. So you just dip back into it though while you getting them shots to the face. She was at them parties, y'all. Look, you see that? I told you. Look, she likes it. No, but let's talk about this Iran war. Iran, everybody run.
Oh yeah, man. What happened, y'all? Somebody tell me what happened. What's going on?
Well, they're predicting that this is about to be World War III. Predicting.
Do y'all really think that we're gonna have World War III? Y'all tell me what y'all think. Do
I don't
y'all
know.
believe?
Trump want to
that-
interfere. He said he's gonna, make the decision to get involved and to help out. Apparently, we've already sent
Okay.
some bombs over.
Right.
Apparently.
Right.
And me personally, these are countries that fight all the time. They've been fighting since the beginning of the time.
Right.
I say let them do what they want to do. Stay out of it. That's what I say.
True.
That's just my opinion.
Remy says, good to see you too, beautiful. I see you staying cool in the
I
pool.
sure want you to put her
It's
down.
hotter than the MF of the day. Oh, honey, it was hot out here too. It was like 90-something degrees. For real.
Ja.
Yeah, it was definitely blazing. So go ahead. So now y'all tell me though, what y'all think about this whole Trump thing with this whole World War III? Do y'all think that we really gonna have a World War III?
World War III, or do y'all think this is just another?
Man. What do you think? What do you think, sis? What do you think is happening right now?
I just think that, again, these countries have been fighting since the beginning of the time, man. And
right.
It's every so often when you have countries get into it. Israel, Iran, Pakistan.
Yeah, but don't you think Trump should have just minded his business? It wasn't even our beef.
That's what I'm saying.
But isn't that every president though?
I think that we need to stay at it.
Right. What's your take on that?
My take on
What's
it
up,
is that
twin?
I feel like America is always minding somebody else's business. Every time, it don't matter if it's Trump, Biden, Obama, whoever. We always in the middle of something.
Right.
But what I will say is, people, watch the news to be aware, not to be scared, not to be stressed, not to be upset, because the reality of it, unless you're in the military, you front line, is nothing you can do.
Right.
So unfortunately, if they do decide to bomb wherever you may or may not be located, unless you about to join forces and serve this country,
right,
please do not overwhelm yourself. Just try to protect yourself, keep yourself at peace, and protect your family. That's all you can do. And keep doing what you got to do each and every day. Because
tune in to stay aware, you know?
Tune in to stay aware, but not to... many
people, they get crazy.
They get so stressed out. And they get so upset about things that they have no control over.
Right.
And at the end of the day, we are all still blessed, and we are all still here.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
you have to only be worrying about what you got control of. If it's out of your control, don't need to stress yourself out.
That's true.
Okay.
You know what they say, if you're going to pray, why worry? And if you're going to worry, why pray? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You feel me? So,
that was for me.
you know, I'm just saying, you know, guys, I mean, it's all about us having awareness more than anything, you know. Just, I'm not with the whole thing, like being all scared and freaked out over things that especially things that I can't control, especially with our world, with this country and our government, and nothing is predictable. It's like it's predictable, but you don't know when. Put it that way. You kind of know the bull snoozy is gonna go down. You just don't know when it's gonna hit. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Empress.
Empress, we see you. What's up, Rico? I'm so tired, Ray. I see you, Mama. What's good, baby?
The puzzle.
Yeah, y'all.
Empress Juju.
Public Mouthpiece, y'all. We out here in Atlanta, and I'm getting bit, and this is not okay. This is not okay. It's not okay.
Getting tore up in the school. I ain't want to get in the first place.
But we here for them. We here for the people. That's why we got here.
For the people. For the people. For the people. We here for the people.
We is too funny. But yeah, so come on, let's get back to business. So
yes.
So what's our go ahead. You want to finish talking about the whole thing with Trump, or we done with that topic?
Nah, we done with that. I mean, I just personally feel like if it's gonna involve financially us being in the dirt, even worse than where we are, we just need to mind our business and stay out of it. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, because it's like,
because they're gonna continue to fight regardless. That's just what it is. That's what this.
Yeah, you got a point. They are gonna just do whatever they want to do, right?
I understand that, you know, we should all look out for each other, help each other out. But however, if it's gonna be more chaotic to help. I say stay out of it.
Well, one thing y'all also got to remember, the key is for them to instill fear in us, right? And if they could get enough of us to believe that there's going to be a World War III, guess what happened? It will manifest itself, right?
But I don't think it's...
Yeah, so if we go deeper, guys, you know, you got to really, really, really learn how to be in cognitive dissonance. Like, you know what I mean? You have to continually...
Get back in the water.
Oh,
you gotta get in the water now, cause that's where she wanna be.
No, so she chilling. She's chilling. She's sleepy.
Okay.
Oh my God! And obviously these mosquitoes is hungry. What the hell? What the hell? I learned that this weekend. What the hell?
I hate that song. Yeah. Every time I hear it, I turn it. I'm sorry, I hate it. I I hate it.
That song, I love that song.
I hate it.
Chewing me up.
Because I don't listen to it every day.
I hate it.
Damn.
It's just like,
I don't
it just
understand how
gives
to
you
back me in the
motivation.
water.
like,
I'm sorry,
you can
y'all.
do this. Because if
Okay.
you have to put a song out like that,
Right.
why y'all we not? Like,
That's like
It's easy.
She try to choke it up.
Ain't no more men.
All right, so look.
sorry.
Well,
mama.
moving on.
We're moving on.
Let's talk about the BET Awards, y'all.
Okay, so the BET Awards.
BET 2025 hosted by little Kevin Hart, you know what I'm saying? The BET Awards was good. I mean, my
It was
daughter
good.
is having a fit
Walk,
right now.
walk away.
I'm going to have to come back. Don't even worry about
Yeah,
it.
go
Give me
ahead.
2 minutes. Oh, she's throwing bottles.
She'll be
be
all right.
back.
She'll be all right.
Keep talking about the
She'll
BET
be
Awards.
fine.
All right,
I need to make her a
I'm
bottle.
co-host for you in the meantime.
All right, come on.
Hey,
Come on.
y'all.
Okay. So, in the meantime, so what did you think about what we was talking about? What's the word?
BET Awards.
The BET. I think we just talked about that.
Okay, what you want to talk
We
about?
was talking about Summer Jam, right?
No, we talked about Summer
We
Jam.
gotta stick to the script.
I'm
So,
not gonna lie. I went to Summer Jam when I won tickets to go see Summer Jam.
Okay.
When I was like 13 years old,
okay.
and I'm not gonna lie, it was so off brand. Cause what was I doing there? Why was I
At 13, why was you at
I would
Summer
never
Jam?
forget DJ Walla, Speedy.
Right.
Shout out to DJ Walla. Shout out to the Jersey Brick Bandits. All that. Like we outside. Okay.
Right.
I got tickets to go see. I forgot who was there, but this one like Young Money was super hot. Like
Okay.
it was around that
Okay.
time. So.
And so, what was your experience at Summer Jam when you went?
It was a movie and I was too young.
You was too young
I was
to
too
experience
young,
that movie.
But it was still a movie. But I will say now, I feel like it's so played out now.
Right,
Like, it's low-key played out,
It's
but
not
I
the way
will
that it
say-
used to be, right?
If you like really plugged in with people, of course, and you having a great time,
Right.
Like go and still have a great time. Go still support artists because a lot of them artists, yeah, they big time now. But a lot of those artists started right with some of y'all that's watching.
That's true. And
and
a lot
some
of
of
them
them
not
still-
keeping the money that they making from the show, which hurts. Which hurts.
That's really so okay. As
You
a
feel me?
veteran, like, what do you know as far as like behind the scenes? Like, what is some tea that you know behind the scenes that you
I mean,
give
it's
advice to
a
other fellow artists?
my advice to people who want to be an artist now is go for it. Don't stop going for it, but just go for it in your own way, independently. Mainly because these bugs is really effing me up, y'all. Do it independently because you want to be able to keep most of your profits, you know what I mean? And then when you sign to a record label, you got to remember that it's a loan, you know what I mean? It's not really, okay, yeah, they're going to give you $500,000, but you still got to pay that $500,000 back, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Shakira? I see you, sister. Mwah, 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 mwah. What's good, boo? Yes, y'all. Make sure y'all share this in your story or what have you. But yeah, so who was on the lineup for Summer Jam? You know who was?
Honestly, I don't even
That's
know.
what. No, she said the BET Awards. She said the BET Awards.
All I know is I'm starting to really get over
And you ain't even interested in those things like that anymore, right?
a card. Yeah, it's over there on the table. But honestly, the red carpet, the looks that these girls be giving nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, they was hit back in the day too. It just be like, what are we doing? Something
Right.
like, how do we just co-sign? Because to me, I feel like they be picking and choosing who they want to look a mess.
I agree.
And it's just like, is your check that big where you're just like, okay, F it, I'm gonna look a mess? Or are you just kind of so excited to be there that you just don't care?
I think that you are. I mean, here's my thing. I know that some people are not in control of what their stylist chooses for them to put on, and at the last minute, you could really hate the outfit, but guess what? This is what's here for you.
Right.
Yeah, this is what they brought for you to wear. So what you gonna do? You gonna put on what you gonna let? You gonna go on stage naked? I doubt if you gonna do that. So you gonna put on what they tell you to put on. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the way. That's just the way that it is. Goofy, he's so goofy. I swear. Sorry, y'all.
We having fun. We poolside.
But
okay?
yeah, we poolside today.
We poolside podcasting
Some
and
people
pooling.
be trying to
Okay.
clout chase. You can't clout chase with her. Don't come clout chase with your kid. I mean, no, not right
Too
now.
much. Okay.
Over there
Hey.
to the side. So let me think. What else did she say she wanted to talk about today? I know she said that Tiana Taylor's performance. Where's Kaya at? Kaya,
First of all, Tiana Taylor,
we need to upgrade. We need to update.
The reality of it is that my girl is always giving body, always giving tea. Period. Okay? The girl got dance skills. She got workout body skills. She got all of that.
Yeah, Tiana,
okay?
She did, yeah.
She's doing what she need to do. Period.
Right.
And let's talk about how all of these girls is out here. They are leaving their men and leveling up. And I think, like, and it's not to be spiteful, like, to anybody, fellas watching, this is not a message to be spiteful. Understand that. Because if you're a good man, you're a good man. And if a woman ain't appreciating you, that's their business, that's their loss. Right. But to the ones that just don't act right and they not doing right, I'm so happy that women are able to, even with the kids, even with the career, even with whatever little labels and things that people put on them, they are still leveling up. They are still finding ways to be happy,
to keep going
and to keep moving forward and moving on with their lives. And you know, I'm not going to necessarily say that everybody is bowing out gracefully, but it's like, isn't it a beautiful thing that, especially as black women, bowing out gracefully and just leveling up?
Well, here's the thing. Bowing out gracefully is all about self-love. You know what I'm saying? It comes a point in time where you realize that you've been doing everything you can to love someone else, and you forgot about the number one person that needs love before you can give it to anyone else, and that is yourself. Yourself in situations and relationships that do not honor you. You know what I mean? They don't make you. They will cause you to grow because you're gonna learn some lessons, and you know you might learn some hard lessons. But at the end of the day, we are now coming to a time to where you don't have to settle for anything. You understand what I'm saying? You have to recognize the power of you. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to make this thing fall.
I agree because...
Yeah, you have to recognize the power of you. And how many of y'all know what I'm talking about? You know, those of you guys who are watching, who are checked in with us. What's up, Chief? Hey, Chief Cash Killer. We see you, baby.
I'm just in a season of... I'm tired of learning hard lessons. And
I get
even with my most recent situation, I just feel like... broke my heart for a day or two. But at the same time, I'm happy it only took 3 to 6 months versus 3 to 6
years, right, to get those
3
lessons.
3 to 6 decades. And I really just, I died with it.
I understand.
More than anything, it's like sometimes it's like we get so much slack, like, oh well, you should have saw the red flags, but sometimes them red flags really was not there in the beginning.
That's very true.
Sometimes I really don't know if this person is being, and then we try to give people grace too, because we
you try to give them the benefit of the doubt because you don't want to judge everybody the same way.
We are in a microwavable society where like you breathe the wrong way, oh I don't like you no more, I don't want him. So it's like you try to be like, okay, I know if I want to have a relationship and I want to have that old school love, this and that, blah blah blah, build a life, build a legacy with somebody. They're not going to always check off on my boxes, and I'm probably not going to always check off on their boxes.
I agree.
But how do we continue to coexist and continue? Like, is my life better with you, or is my life better
without you? Right. And that's what matters the most. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people settle for things that they know no longer serve them because of comfortability or familiarity. Right? Because it's familiar. A lot of times people stay in these situations because they have low self-esteem. Guess what? That low self-esteem that person has is really based on some other stuff that happened to them before they even got to you. You know what I mean? Or before you even got to them. However it went. But guess what? When you have low self-esteem, sometimes it could be the ex or the mother or whoever instilled those lesser than values in your mind to make you think that oh, you're not worthy, you're not good enough, you're not this, you're not that,
or not even just you not worthy. Sometimes it really just be like you think you
they think that you think you're better than them,
you think you're better, or you're delusional. What you want is not realistic because it's not realistic for them. It's not realistic for their story and their truth. And even then, it's like, whatever if you decide, I don't care if you were cracking on the street, baby. If you decide today you want to change your life, do that, because it's people that's doing it. It's people that have done it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we could be realistic to an extent where, like, okay, it may not happen right away. It may not happen like today, obviously.
Right.
But that's where the self-love does come in.
But that's where it begins, right?
First, to know, like, I am worthy of whatever my heart feels like I am worthy of. If I feel like I'm only worthy to have a little something, then that's all I'm ever gonna get. If I feel like I'm worthy to have whatever it is that makes me happy and aligns with me and my highest, best version of myself, then I will also have that. And I'm just saying that from my own personal experience. And even like relocating, because I live in Atlanta now and I'm from Jersey all day.
Right.
I've experienced that the past couple months I've been here. People making me feel like what I'm asking for
is too much.
What I'm doing is just like, oh, I'm delusional, or I'm crazy, or I'm asking for too much. And it's just like, I'm used to a certain way of living. I'm used to a certain way of doing things.
Right.
And it's not about being prideful or being egotistical. Because if I gotta do certain things just to handle my business,
then that's what I gotta do. Right.
It is what it is.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't want to be around people that's gonna put me in situations to try to humble me.
Right.
Because at the end of the
definitely.
day,
right.
You're not God.
Right.
The only person that could humble me is God. But what I'm not gonna do, because sometimes it's a very thin line between God humbling you and people trying to set you up.
Right. That's the truth. That is the truth. And you gotta be really, really careful, because I'm telling y'all, some people will pretend to be everything that you want them to be just to snare you in and drag you later. They know exactly what to do. So you have to pay attention to the red flags, guys. However, like she was saying, sometimes it's not easy to walk away right away from the red flags either, because depending on how cuckoo for cocoa puffs of the person that you're dealing with, walking away can make them tick and they can actually hurt you. You know what I mean? So you gotta really know everybody's story is unique and individual. If that's happening to you, definitely report it. You know what I mean? Let somebody know, get counseling or whatever the case may be, in order for you to be safe, you know. And you do not have to stay in those types of situations and those type of relationships, you know. Unfortunately, society has made us feel like that's all that's available. But guess what? The truth is, that's all that's available to the person who thinks that that's all that they can have. You understand what I'm saying? So, we gotta go deeper. Go ahead,
let's talk about how, when you're talking to somebody or you're getting to know someone, what are some things that are just off limits that you want to focus on? Because I feel like right now,
give me an example of what you're talking about. Okay.
I don't want to talk about no exes. I don't care what happened in your past. I'm so sorry. Because guess what? If I start talking about things that happened in my past, it's one of two things. You're going to judge me, or you're going to judge me.
Right.
And you probably going to use it against me and take notes on how to do it.
What's good, boo-boo?
So I don't want to talk about what ex plays you and what ex did this to you and how this relationship didn't work, because if we trying to both move on with our lives and be happy, let's just do that. Because I'm not the person who hurt you or whatever. You're not the person
and then you're not
going to
keep projecting.
And sometimes when we start bringing all of that stuff up, it just changes the vibes and the energy.
Your audience is asking for you. What are you doing? Sorry. You know, I had to boss mode for a second. My bad, guys. No, my sister, she be doing the most. For real. She really do. But anyway, mind you, she was like, I push the button. What's up, y'all?
Because we still
But go ahead. So finish talking.
I just think that, like, when you're dating, try to stay away from, if this our first date. I don't want to, if this our first conversation.
Especially our first date. Like, why are we talking about
even once we start getting comfortable with each other, it's just like, I could talk about anything.
Well, here's my thing. I'm not going to say don't talk about the ex, because you do want to know where do the person stand, if there's even an ex that's in the. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Like, look.
But that's the problem. It's a difference when you ask versus when they straight up telling you. If you talking about
if you just come out, that means that you did something wrong.
You still doing something.
I agree.
You still want to be in that person's energy, or that person still got something on you. And I'm the type of person right now, like, I don't have those type of problems.
Right.
I'm single. Like, somebody want to marry me today. It's nobody coming to the wedding. Well,
and be like, no,
they might object, but baby, go ahead about your business. Because I'm here. They apply pressure. You did it. You played around. You missed. You dropped the ball. You played around. So just go ahead. You had all these other options before.
Right. Exactly.
Even then, people wait till you in a happy situation. Now they want to profess their love to you and profess how they messed up. People, you've been waiting for them to apologize 20 plus years ago.
Right.
Like, you been got over
it's an apology that you're not gonna get. Sometimes you gotta just accept the reality of it. You know what I mean? And we all do hope for the best, and we do wish for the best for people. But guess what? No matter how much you wish the best for somebody, they gotta wish the best for themselves. As the truth is, they're gonna always keep going back to who they used to be and what it used to be, because they're afraid to change. They're afraid of what may happen. Guess what? It could be something even better than they ever thought. But because it scares the hell out of them, they never take the step, and then they live their life in misery going forward for actions that they never took. You know.
So I mentioning that, right? Mentioning actions. So I had saw this post on social media the other day, and it was saying that Michelle Obama is happy that she didn't have boys. She's happy she had girls because of who her husband is. It might have been a lot of pressure on her son, I'm guessing. So, like, what are your thoughts on just, like, legacy? Like, I feel like a lot of times we have these children who are, you know, their parents are celebrities. Their parents are very powerful, notoriety type of people. And, you know, if you were that person, or if you are that person, do you want your child to follow your footsteps and be in politics like you? Do you want your child to follow your footsteps and be in the entertainment business like you?
Right.
Do you want your child to follow your footsteps and run the family business, whatever it may be? Like, what do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's to each his own with that. I mean, because from my perspective, I believe in entrepreneurship. I believe in, you know, starting your own. I believe in generational wealth. But the thing is, you know, I don't feel like people are educated enough about what's possible, and the fact that they don't know what's possible is why they can't take action on something that they don't know, you know. And then that's where it comes in. Hey girl, what's up, boo? We out here, mama. What's up to you? We out here in Atlanta, so we filming live from Atlanta for the show or what have you. My sister took a break, I guess a permanent one, because I don't know where she disappeared to, but it's all right. Thank God we got Jasmine here, right? Miss Hayes, what are you doing?
Go eat your french fries.
Huh?
Eat your french fries.
She doing what?
The baby eating.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, the baby's eating. That's what's happening with Miss Hayes right now, y'all. In case you're wondering.
It's all right. Sure, we here poolside.
Yep. So go ahead. So that's my thing when it comes to like legacy and generational wealth. I feel like a lot of people don't have it and don't plan for it because they really don't know enough about it. That's where I come in at. That's where Kaya comes in at. Someone who can actually help you to get a blueprint of where you're going on your financial journey, right? And most of the time, and this goes for everything, guys. This isn't really just about your financial journey and your financial legacy. This is also about your relationships. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a plan as to where you're going in that relationship, it's going to begin to feel boring as hell and extremely stagnant. And then you guys may find yourself stepping out on one another because the spark is not there. You know what I'm saying? Who's that? Ray the comedian? I see you, boo boo.
Hey, Ray,
what's up? I see all of y'all over here. I can't read that whatever. I can, but I don't feel like trying to squint my eyes to see that little small stuff.
But the way I look at it is because I don't have children yet, but I know that growing up I had a lot of pressure to just like show up as a certain type of person and be successful in life. Like my parents always was just like, go to college, go to school.
Right.
And me, I'm like the black sheep in my own right because I'm the same way. Like, I'm an entrepreneur at my heart. Like, I don't feel like working for people. Like, I don't want to clock in. I want to be able to do my own thing and make my own rules. And sometimes when you come from a family my family is full of people with degrees, and all they do is work for people. And there's nothing wrong with that, because even that's a beautiful thing. So I think sometimes we get so offensive about like whether somebody chooses to go to school or whether somebody chooses to be an entrepreneur or not. When it's like whatever people choose to do, just do the best you can at it. Be the best at it, whatever it is you choosing to do. Because when I do have kids, I love music. I love being an entrepreneur. I love doing these things. I don't want to be out here trying to get in all this debt, trying to pay for 1,000,000 degrees that I may or may not actually get a career making money I love doing. Right. But if my children say, yeah, they want to go to school, they want to do this, it's just then like support them. Right. Be happy for them. And I'm always being very creative and innovative. I'm always trying to find a way to like tie the two together. So, baby, I don't care if I'm like 80 years old. You a nurse? Let's have a podcast and talk about how great that is. I don't know. Right. Certain jobs, Ray Gibbs says certain jobs make us stagnant, and it does. It's very true. That's very true, Ray. We get sucked into that hole of just you know what? You get sucked into the fact that when you go to work, this is how you get a check. But we don't really recognize the power that we have to actually create opportunities without having to work hard. We are brainwashed that you gotta work hard in order to make a lot of money, right? But when you think about it, you're in real estate, you know, guess what? You don't have people who make like the most whole lot of money, they barely do anything hard, right? Real estate is not hard. Even if it is you show somebody the property is $25,000 in your pocket, but then you go to work and you make $25,000 a year. That's, I don't want to call it bad. It's what it is for what it is in your process. You know what I mean? That's the best way I could say it. But I want Kaya to come over here, and I want her to talk to y'all a little bit about, you know, planning your financial future and the importance of making it all make sense. You know what I'm saying? So guys, I'm gonna go over here. Hold on. Okay, guys. Here we go. And I'm gonna just turn this camera. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm also come over there. It don't make sense. Watch my baby.
Actually, the lighting is better. The lighting is better over here. It makes the camera look much better over here. Period. Hey, Samantha.
Give my name on camera.
All right. So, so what do you feel is important for people to know when it comes to planning for their financial future? What is important? What is like one of the most important things when somebody's trying to plan for their financial future? Maybe they don't know where to start. They don't know how to plan. You know? Yeah. So what would be
life insurance? That's the best thing I would say for anybody. Everybody think life insurance is always like, oh, you're trying to kill somebody, kill me. Like, you trying to make sure I got money for a funeral, or I'm doing, you know. But it's not just pertaining to that. It depends on about setting your family up for generational wealth. And the type of policy you get, term policies is also good, but they not what I'm referring to. You want to get index whole fund life insurance policies, because not only are you able to invest in them, but you're always able to take out of them also to help with emergencies, help with, you know, your kids' tuition and things of that nature. So life insurance, always having at least 6 months of emergency funds set up for yourself. Just putting yourself in a financial position so where your children don't have to be having the burden of carrying off your debt or your irresponsibility. So that would be the best thing I would say for anybody to do is have life insurance and have 6 months of insurance,
6 months of savings,
savings for any kind of, like, you know, your bills.
Anything happens, right? What do you think is the main reason why most people don't don't do the whole life insurance thing, or
I need you to
just even lack the discipline to save. You know what I mean? Like, some people really.
It all depends on what state of life you're in. I just feel as if you're in survival mode, you're not going to have the financial resources to invest in those in saving, because your whole objective is keeping the lights on. Your whole objective is feeding your children. That's the objective. But when you do have it, or even when you don't have it, save something. Put something away. You don't want to not have anything not saved. You want to have at least a policy drawn up. If you don't have any bills generated, have a life insurance policy as one of your bills that you're paying into. Because if you have children, even if you don't have children, you want to make sure you have that vehicle and that portfolio and that source of my children. If something happens to me, my children will be okay.
My children are safe, like they're good, right?
Yeah, they're good. They're covered.
Right.
Even if you are in a financial situation and you're not sure what to do with your money, invest in insurance, invest in trust.
Yeah, that was my next question to you, was the whole thing with building a trust, even just having a trust, period. Mm-hmm. Because I don't think that people really understand the value of having things in a trust. You know what I mean? It's like they hear it, but what does that really mean? What does that really mean to put funds in a trust? What happens? I guess, let's just say if somebody passed away and you have this, everything is in a trust. What's beneficial for people as to why they should actually go ahead and build a trust?
So the most beneficial thing to have a trust when someone passed away, when it comes to estate planning, is where if they had children or they had relatives that they're giving the funds to, or is going to, they avoid having to pay an estate tax.
Okay.
Off of properties, off of money, off whatever's in that trust. And it's not just about money. It's about more of protection and security.
Okay.
And setting up, like, you can have a life insurance policy in a trust. You can have properties. You can have cars. You can have pets. You can have a lot of different things in a trust, not just money. Money is one of them, of course.
Right.
But as you can see, the dollar is not what it used to be.
Right.
But what I would say is having a trust is to be able to have some type of foundation, some protection for your money. So if you do have children, or even if you don't have children, say you just have a spouse,
right?
They don't have to pay extra money in taxes,
right?
Because all the money that, if you don't have a trust, they have to pay that money.
Oh, y'all see that?
Taxes. Even when people don't know too. Even when someone passed away, do their last tax returns for them. It goes to their estate. Everything goes to their estate.
So when someone thinks they go to their estate, basically, okay, what's the difference between, because I know these are questions that people ask, so I'm really trying to ask questions that I know that they may have. What's the difference between signing, let's say, having a life insurance policy and it being signed to a regular beneficiary as a person, as opposed to it being written off to the estate? What's the difference?
It was a difference. If it's a person, they're going to have to pay taxes on the money. If it's the estate, they don't pay taxes.
Y'all got that? Y'all get that? Y'all got that? Y'all got that?
Mama hit me her phone.
Yeah, right. Like, and they probably could barely even hear it because it's so far away.
Yeah, that's the key. If you have a life insurance policy, or you have a trust period, it's cover you with so many different protections, like just with taxes. You don't have to pay extra money in taxes. Probate, if you have someone that died that doesn't have a trust, all that money is going to have to be held up in court, and the court decides where
the money's going to go.
They protect your property. So there's so much access protection that comes with a trust. And if you do have a policy, you always can update it. You always can change the beneficiary at any time. You're not stuck. As long as you're alive, you're not stuck having the policy with a beneficiary. You can let her go.
Yes. Yeah, she good right now. She in her own world. So that was definitely good information. Now, I know that you are the author of the book Credit Gems. And this book is all about, how to actually, I guess I want to say restore your credit, restore it and reestablish
it's more about
your credit.
Education.
So
it's more about education.
Okay, share with them.
More about education, also payment processes of actually establishing your credit to where you can get it back on track. There's so many different methods out there, and things change daily. Laws change daily. Even when Trump came in office, there's so many different changes that happened since the book was even written, but it still applies to the structure. The structure never really changes. Is more so the format in the way that you actually proceed with getting things off, most likely. But overall, credit gems is something that is just a resource to allow you to understand credit, how to utilize credit if you don't have credit, and how to build credit from the ground up. That's pretty much it. And how to maintain it, because some people will get their credit done but don't know how to maintain it after the fact. So it's really more of an educational resources to let you know, like, hey, it's things you can do, things you can utilize your credit for.
So what's an essential tip that you could give to people right now who have their credit cleared? They got out of debt, they did the work, but now how can they maintain it? How can they do what needs to be done to keep the good work up?
So the main objective of maintaining good credit is making sure you have all your if you do have credit cards, set on auto pay. Only spend when you need to spend. And also, people, let's be honest. Credit is an avenue now that people use to leverage and get ahead. Like, people get Airbnbs, people get into real estate, people invest into classes. The whole objective is, if you want to use credit for something, use it, but know that you're going to pay it back. Don't just try to burn your credit cards and then never pay them.
Right.
At least pay the minimum. That's all you can do if you want to.
And maybe not even touching it sometimes. Like, sometimes being mindful of, like, just because you have, let's say even the smallest, a $500 credit limit, right? Mm-hmm. That does not mean spend the whole $500
right
as soon as you get it.
But that's come from poverty mindset.
No, what I mean by that.
No, but I get you.
What I mean by that is, if you know that you can't pay that money right back to maintain it,
don't use it. Yeah.
Don't take advantage that much. Use it to continue building.
Right.
Use it for when you really need it. Use it to make it make sense. Because I went through that in college. I got I think it was $500 credit limit for my Wells Fargo credit card in college.
Okay.
My family thought it was a smart investment to spend the whole $500 so I can have a nice laptop in class. And I was like, I ain't got no money.
Right.
How am I pay this all back?
Right.
And now my credit is messed up. And I would have rather had just spent it on some nonsense. And
right.
Clothes and doing whatever little young people, crazy, irresponsible things. But we only spent it on this laptop. And I sat there and listened to the people at Wells Fargo tell me, hey, don't spend more than $250 a month. That's a realistic thing that you could pay back, which I agree with. And when my family said, oh, well, let's hold the card for you and manage it for you, and then
manage your own goddamn money.
The reality of it, that goes back to even with your family sometimes, like just the financial decisions that they make and how that's instilled in you and how you don't even have a choice. And sometimes we already got a bad hand that's dealt to us before we can even make a choice. How do you bounce back from that? So it's just like, if you know that you kind of just getting started with your credit and stuff like that, just be mindful. Like, use it for good things. Use it for things that you know you can also gain back. I'm not mad if you're going to use the money from your credit that you have, that line of credit, to reinvest. That's the best thing I could say. Just always try to reinvest.
Yes. That's the most part that I was saying. You want to, if you have credit, it's okay to invest your money.
Yes.
But don't, like real estate, Airbnb, you're investing your money knowing that you're going to pay it back.
Yeah, and you know you're going to make your money back, you know?
Of course. So you don't want to just have credit and not utilize it. You want to actually utilize it for a right reason, knowing you're going to pay it back. Don't utilize it and burn it because you're not going to be able to get it again.
Don't just be a consumer.
Because it costs you to get it off, but that debt is still going to be yours.
Yes. Miss Hayes, the people were looking for you. They were like, oh my God, you're so extra.
Hey, public mouthpiece.
I cannot.
Hey.
My back is itching me. I done got bit. I don't know how many times. Oh my God.
I'm doing good right now.
You got bit too?
I've been
Oh yeah, my back is like all wept up. All right, y'all, look. Okay, what else you want to talk about, Miss Hayes, before we get up off of here? Because these bugs is itching me like crazy. And
I just want to say we love y'all. Thank y'all for chiming in while we on a vacation. Y'all know we're going to give you the full show on Monday when we return back from ATL. But we really appreciate y'all tuning in while we talked about BET Awards and we talked about Summer Jam being at the Prudential Center. Listen, we want Summer Jam back at MetLife, okay? Yes. We want the tailgating. We want the shenanery. Yes. We want the fun. We want that. And Nori said yes. Right, Mama? God bless. That's what she said. She said, God bless you to all and to all a good night. We see you. Hey, Gail. Listen, we love you.
Zay was here.
Zay, we say what's good. We love you, Big Zay, Big Sexy. Listen, make sure y'all are liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing on the 8 Squad, Rebel Radio TV, and the Public Mouthpiece Radio Podcast. Look, baby girl ready to get down. Right. She don't even know where she's going.
She's cutting up right
She want to get down.
Right.
And I'm going to let her get down. She's going to crawl head first into the pool.
No, you not. Hey, mama.
But she's on her knees on the concrete. And I don't appreciate that. But baby's doing
yeah, she got up. It was hurting a little bit.
Yeah, because that ground hurt. That ground hurt. And she got them damn knees up in there. She got them knees in the ground in the grizzly. She like, wait a minute. Hold up.
Monday, okay?
All right, y'all. We out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in for this little bit.
What you say?
What you say?
What you say?
What you say?
Get up every time.
So what?
Hey.
Public Mouthpiece. We out of here, y'all. This is.